Chairperson, Dr. Bagaria, for giving us this opportunity, and Team Vyrock. As we are talking about advances, and this is a talk about spine surgery, everyone in this hall who is sitting here, we all get patients of spine, and we know patients don't want to come to a spine surgeon. They are very much scared that I don't want to have a surgery done, number one. Second, they will say, I will die. There are a lot of patients, but I will not get my spine surgery done. And this is a enigma for this, because a lot of things have happened in the past, and that's the reason we are talking about betterment, technological and technical in the field of spine surgery. When we talk about artificial intelligence in healthcare, if you know, I will not go into the detail that previous speakers have already spoken about, but this is a term used for machine learning algorithms and software or artificial intelligence which mimic the human cognition. And this is what is coming all over.
Google, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft are all moving ahead at a great speed in improving this artificial intelligence software. So it's very exciting. Software is going to solve that, where it'll look at all the new information and present to you, knowing about your interests, what would be most valuable. So making us more efficient.
And as we know, in all the fields, this is coming up in big way. And why not in medicine? And why we are shying away? Why we are talking about experience? Experience is must when we are talking about advances and technology. And this is going to be a transformational force when all the medical professional help from our own experiences. Days of the past, we have a lot of seniors here, and we used to do the myelograms for identifying the problems, listhesis, compressions in the spine. And this is how we used to do the surgery. And as this very popular book by Atul Gawande on complications is mentioning, 97% of the time you go to the hospital and everything goes well. But 3%, there is a very high chance of having major complications. And this is where we are talking about precision, accuracy, and where we are going forward. These are the complex issues in cervical spine. If you see,
so how does he know where to go? The answer lies with one of the city in the sky's most important hidden networks.
There are so many flights, but how this flight exactly knows where we are going, and that's a very interesting picture.
How does he know where to go? The answer lies with one of the city in the sky's most important hidden networks.
Checks earlier days, but nowadays with the use of GPS, it's all coordinates. We define points in the air, somewhere over the earth, give them a name. It's a 5-letter name, and then we fly from waypoint to waypoint.
There are waypoints, and
Waypoints
this is how
are like
the flight
imaginary signposts
marches ahead.
reaching into the sky.
And these are the imaginary waypoints. There is no clash. You see a normal clash on normal roads, but normally you never hear that two planes have collided.
Through the night.
And this is what is the technology which we are talking about in spine surgery. And this is a 67-year-old doctor comes to us with significant pain, difficulty in standing. We'll start with O-arm and navigation, and this is what was his picture. And this surgery was done elsewhere around 10-12 years back, and he was in debilitating pain, osteoporotic bone, and there are chances that you might go in problem. But it's not that we cannot do this without any navigation, but it makes your life very easy because you can really go on the point, dot to dot, and that makes a big difference. And this is what a revision we can really do very comfortably without losing much time. And this is our paper we published last year on placement of pedicle screw in precious pedicle in osteoporotic spine with 99% of accuracy, 99.5% of accuracy in osteoporotic spines. And whether this surgery reduces any other things, people have a lot of things in their mind, whether there is a lot of radiation. It's not actually that. This new low-dose systems have significant lower amount of radiation with O-arm and navigation. The doctor, the healthcare professional, surgeon, any anesthetic, you don't need to be in the theater. Everyone is out of the theater, and only that patient will get only one low dose, which is equal to 2 level spine surgery, a normal routine spine surgery. We know that there are limitations of human joints, and this is where this is going to come up in a big way: minimally invasive surgery, safety, and accuracy. Demanding situations like cervical deformities, OC1, C2, cervical deformities, and cervical thoracic deformities, scoliosis, complex kyphosis, deformed pedicles, and complex malformations. All these things are going to be dealt very comfortably with these systems, and we are using it for last 2 years, and we are experiencing the same. Smaller incisions, comparatively less bleeding, minimal scarring, all these are the big advantages. And is it very different from 2D? 2D is must because 3D already has a 2D. This is not a 2 C-arms. This is a totally a different thing. This is a CT scanner on table, a real-time 360 degrees, and it actually gathers accuracies and
4. The O-arm surgical 3D imaging system
all the exact
allows
points which you really
neurosurgeons
want on
and orthopedic spine
operative field.
surgeons to view highly detailed, real-time images of the spine during surgery. The 3D images are displayed on a large monitor, allowing the surgeon to see exactly where to place surgical instruments and implants while carefully maneuvering around spinal nerves and nearby organs.
And when you get such patient, then you always think, why me? Why, can I deny the surgery? Can I refer it to someone? And it's always a complex issue. 10-year-old boy. And again, we are in difficulty at this time. But when you use navigation, you are very sure what you're doing, and you really can deal with these situations really comfortably. It reduces the stress of the surgeon because you are navigating, you are checking it on table, and at a lot of time you see that there are a lot of difficult pedicles, and you feel that give way at times. There are vascular structures anteriorly. All these things really can be dealt very comfortably. And these are the apical levels.
We are doing the recording of the post-op
And this is what we could manage to do, PVCR with fixation for this 10-year-old with deformity correction. And on table you can see, in tumor surgeries, you can actually see how much tumor you have resected. You can do cervical, thoracic, lumbar, all the surgeries with this. And it's a very user-friendly. It looks like very big and bulky, but it's not actually. It's one person can maneuver this very comfortably. And advantages are in many cases like Angst-Pond, kyphosis. And this is what we all... I'll not go into the detail of the procedures. Just a double major curve, significant curve, and we really can get very good corrections by using this technology.
We are out of time. Can we wrap up this piece fast?
Yeah. And if you see this pedicle, we really cannot go through if you are going with your normal C-arm, because it can be a problem. It can breach medially or laterally, but in this navigation, we really can go straight away into that vertebral body. And these are the big advantages of navigation, cervicothoracic deformities, as I mentioned earlier. All complex surgeries can be dealt well, minimal invasive surgeries can be dealt well, and this is going to be the future. Artificial intelligence, as we all know, is going to come, and there is definitely a big scope as we will predict what we really can do. We really can predict the patient's outcomes. We really can have artificial intelligence in traumatic spines or deformity correction surgeries where we can really pre-plan most of the things. Thank you for patient hearing.